This is the Driving Fix. Real stories from real drivers regarding how they get their driving fix. Make sure you take a listen to the end because you may learn new ways to get your driving fix. Today, we're at Ozark International Raceway, also known as OIR. Let's talk to some folks, find out how they get their driving fix. Chris again with the Driving Fix. I'm here with Tom. Tom, thanks for taking time.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Sure.
So, wanted to figure out how Tom gets his driving fix. Talk about the unique thing that he does here at Ozark International Raceway, OIR, which is where we are today. So Tom, what is it that you're driving here?
So I drive a Rush SR.
Okay.
So it's basically a big go-kart or a mini radical, if you know what a radical is. So it's open cockpit.
Okay.
It's a motorcycle drivetrain.
Okay.
It's a very raw and visceral driving experience. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, just for the track kind of car.
Yes.
Got it. So how did you even hear about this car? Why did you decide to get into this thing?
Yeah, so I started doing track days probably 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Okay.
I bought a Porsche 911.
Yeah.
Thought you got to take this thing to the track at least once.
Right.
By lap 2, I was in love with it and I was totally hooked on the track experience. So
yeah.
As I got a little more proficient and comfortable in the Porsche and a little faster, I just wanted something that was more purpose-built for the track, something with more safety features. And a buddy of mine actually turned me on to the Rush. It was a newer concept. There were probably only 100 or so at the time that we ordered them, and now they've got 400 or 500 of them. There's a Spec series, so I race in a Spec series with Gridlife. We had about 45 cars up in Road America just a few weeks ago.
Very cool, very cool. So what is your favorite thing about the Rush experience?
I just love the challenge of driving, right? There's always, typically there's always somebody better than you. There's certainly people better than me.
Well, that's not what it's about, right? It's about getting your driving fix.
It's for me, it's about challenging myself, right? So it's like I know I can be this fast, but if I improve in these handful of corners, so I'm pretty analytical. So I do a lot of diving into data and videos afterwards to try and make little tenths of a second improvements.
That's the fun part.
Yes, and when you make that improvement and you hit that corner just right, you get that feeling inside. It's a rush.
Yeah.
No pun intended. It's almost a high. It's great.
That's cool. A lot of people I talk to, they just kind of feel like coming to the track and driving and doing what you described, being able to get technical like that. It's almost therapeutic, and in the fact that it helps you check out. This is something that feeds your soul. You just got to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's definitely therapeutic for me. I mean, there's nothing else going through my mind when I am in that race car, because you have to be totally focused on the track and what you're doing and making that improvement. And that's a great feeling to be able to sort of hit pause on life and put the helmet on and everything else goes away. It's definitely one of the compelling aspects of driving a car like that.
Yeah, highly recommend it. Any thoughts about this particular track, OIR?
OIR is probably my favorite racetrack.
Okay.
It's very technical.
Yep.
It's very challenging. Tons of elevation change. It takes you almost a day to just learn the track the first time you're here.
Oh yeah.
So, getting better and more proficient, takes a long time. So that, again, that's part of the challenge.
Yeah.
There's always corners to work on here for sure.
So, do you have any, first of all, the journey with Rush, the highlights, feels great. You get to get your driving fix on with it. Are there any things that, that kind of have been a challenge with it as you move through your experience with it? And would you continue to do it, really?
Would definitely continue to do it. I mean, like any newer platform, they're constantly iterating and making the car better, easier to work on. For me specifically, it was finding a group of people. You can see a few cars behind. There's a few more over my other shoulder here that you don't see. We're sort of a team aspect, so we share mechanics, we share setup tips and tricks, and so that's really beneficial to sort of have that almost core community to help each other out.
Cool. And if somebody's thinking, I like what he's talking about, but I need some advice. What kind of advice would you give folks?
Just get out and do it. You know,
Okay.
if this is what you want to do, or if it's, you know, autocross, or time is pretty precious and valuable. So don't think about it. Don't sit there and watch it all on YouTube. You know, get out there and experience it. And you know, you'll have some butterflies and you'll be uncomfortable, but that's part of a learning journey, and you know, part of you developing as a person.
Yeah, it's part of life.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to challenge yourself. You got to grow, and you know, you got to live and let drive. Is what I say. You know, that's the good part of being on the planet, man. You got to do these kind of things.
Absolutely.
So, well, hey, I really appreciate you taking time.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'll just tell folks to get out there and get your driving fix on.